Hey everyone, Troy Sacco here with Generous Property Real Estate right here in Sarasota County. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today for our June 2026 Sarasota County Real Estate Market Update. You know, something shifted in the higher end segment last month that I think waterfront and golf course sellers in our area, places like the Concession, the Oaks, Calusa Lakes, or our beautiful Barrier Island communities really need to pay attention to. While the overall market is tightening up in some meaningful ways, luxury properties are taking noticeably longer to find their buyers. I'll break that down in detail in a minute. First, let's zoom out and get the big picture straight from the latest data released by RASM, the Realtor Association of Sarasota and Manatee. Buyer demand stayed solid last month. Closed sales rose in both the single-family and condo/townhome segments here in Sarasota County. At the same time, active inventory dropped pretty sharply, especially in single-family homes. That's pushing the market towards tighter conditions in that segment, but buyers are staying disciplined. They're not rushing. They're doing their homework, getting inspections, and being strategic. Mortgage rates have been hovering around 6.5% recently, which continues to keep affordability top of mind for lots of families. Overall, this isn't a frenzied market. It's steady, with real people making thoughtful decisions. What that means in plain language is that well-priced, well-presented homes in good condition are moving, while properties that are overpriced or need work are sitting longer. For the complete press release, infographics, detailed PDFs, and all the charts straight from RASM, just click the link in the description below. Everything is there for you to review at your own pace. Let's start with single-family homes, which is where a lot of families in Venice, Nokomis, and Osprey are focused. According to the Real Estate Association of Sarasota and Manatee, 845 single-family homes closed in Sarasota County in May, up 7.2% from the same month last year. New pending sales jumped 11.4% to 808, and new listings rose 8.7% to 924. That's healthy movement on both the demand and the supply side. The really big story, though, is inventory. Active listings fell 25.2% year over year to just 3,099 homes. Month supply of inventory dropped from 6.6 months last May down to 4.4 months now. For context, a balanced market is usually around 5 to 6 months. Below that, and the sellers generally have the advantage, especially when homes are priced right and show well. Homes spent a median of 50 days on market before going under contract, which was actually a little shorter than last year and about 92 days from listing to closing. Now here's the number most of our clients are really watching. The median sale price for single-family homes landed at $475,000, up 2.2% from a year ago. The average sale price rose a bit more to about $674,000, showing some strength at the upper end within the single-family segment. What does this mean for real people? If you're a seller with a well-maintained single-family home in a desirable neighborhood, you're in a stronger position than you were even a few months ago. Good homes are getting multiple looks, but buyers still have options and they're being selective. They'll negotiate on repairs or specifics if the home needs updating. If you're a buyer, you need to move thoughtfully but not desperately on the right property. The low inventory means you can afford to drag your feet on something that checks most of the boxes. If you're finding these local insights helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps more people see the video. Now let's look at townhomes and condos. Often a great option for downsizers, first-time buyers, or investors here in Sarasota County. Closed sales rose 8.5% to 371 units. New pending sales were up 13.2% to 342. New listings actually declined 8.9% to 377, which helped tighten things further. Active inventory fell 13.2% to 2,149 units, and month supply dropped from 9.2 months last year to 7.1 months now. That's still more selection than single-family homes, which gives buyers more breathing room. Time to contract was a median of 67 days, a little longer than last year. In total time to close, around 108 days. Cash buyers made up a strong 61.5% of transactions, which tells you investors and downsizers are active in this segment. Now here's where condo and townhome prices actually landed last month. The median sale price reached $336,829, up 4.9% year over year. Average price was about $496,000. In plain English, condos and townhomes continue to offer a more affordable entry point compared to single-family homes, with solid demand and improving but still reasonable inventory levels. This segment feels a little more balanced right now. Buyers have choices, and sellers who price realistically are seeing movement. It's also worth noting that higher-priced condos did particularly well, with 38 sales over $1 million. That's up 40% from last year. And if you want these monthly local numbers delivered right to your feed, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you'll never miss the latest numbers and what they mean for our area. Now let's talk about the luxury segment. Everything over $1 million across Sarasota County. This is where we've been seeing some of the most interesting shifts lately, especially for waterfront and golf course properties. According to the data, there were 147 closed sales in May, up roughly 9% from a year ago. Active inventory sat at 1,125 homes, down 9.6% year over year. Month supply of inventory improved to 9 months from 10.4 months last year, but that's still significantly higher than the single-family market overall. But here's what really stands out. Median time to contract jumped to 71 days, more than double the 36 days we saw last year. And sellers received a median of 90.1% of their original list price, down from 92.8% a year ago. That tells me buyers in this segment are taking their time, doing due diligence, and negotiating more assertively. Now here's the number most luxury buyers and sellers are watching. The median sale price for homes over $1 million reached $1,500,000, up 6.6% from last year. Compared to the broader Sarasota market, luxury is moving slower and giving buyers more leverage on timeline and price, even as values continue to appreciate modestly. Waterfront properties with true deep water access or irreplaceable views are still drawing serious interest, but the $1.5 to $3 million range in particular seems to be where buyers have the most choices and are exercising patience. If you're thinking of selling a luxury home, pricing it realistically from day one and being prepared for a longer marketing period will serve you well. If you're a buyer in this segment, you have more negotiating power than you did last year, especially on properties that have been sitting. In our conversations with clients and neighbors lately, the biggest theme is that people are being thoughtful. Buyers aren't in a panic, but they also aren't waiting forever if they find the right home. Sellers who are realistic about pricing and willing to make their home easy to show and easy to love are having the best outcomes. With rates around 6.5%, affordability remains a real consideration, which is why we're seeing strong activity in condos and townhomes alongside selective strength in single family. My advice is simple. If you're selling, get a current, honest market analysis, not just a number pulled from Zillow. If you're buying, work with someone who also knows the micro markets in Venice, Nokomis, and Osprey so you can move quickly and confidently when the right property appears. So to wrap it up, single-family inventory tightened dramatically last month, giving sellers more leverage in that segment. Condos and townhomes offered more choices and saw solid price growth. Luxury homes appreciated but took longer to sell with more room for negotiation. Overall, it's a steady, balanced market with disciplined buyers and no signs of overheating. What we'll be watching next month is whether that new listing activity in single family continues to replenish inventory and how summer buyer traffic develops. If this update got you thinking about your own home or plans, we'd love to help. Whether you want a no-pressure personalized market analysis of your property, or you're a buyer looking for honest guidance on neighborhoods that fit your lifestyle, just reach out. You can find us online at generousproperty.com or give us a call. Before you go, if this was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for next month's update, and drop a comment below with what you're seeing in your own neighborhood. I read every one and always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to click the link in the description for the full RASM report with all the charts and details. Thanks for watching, and remember, the more you focus on the good, the more good comes into your life. I'll see you around town.